Alright, YouTube, it is the Bat Nerd, and I am back with a movie review for you. And this is on Captain Marvel. So, before we get started, I'm gonna give you a warning now that this is a spoiler review. If you want to see my spoiler-free review, I will link that down below in the description, which was my Super Saturday movie review where it's all spoiler-free. So I'll give you a few seconds to click off this video and go and see the movie for yourself, or if you want, go check out my spoiler-free review. So I'll give you a few seconds right now. Ready? Right, a few seconds. Okay, you should have had long enough. So, this was directed by Anna Boban, Ryan Fleck, and starred Brie Larson, Samuel Jackson, Ben Mendelsohn, and Clark Gregg and Jude Law. So, Carol Danvers, she is this half-human, half-Kree creature, and she has memories of a life she does not remember when she is captured by the Skrulls, which are green shape-shifting aliens, kind of like Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z. I also like, and she is caught up in this war where she thinks that the Skrulls are the enemy, but she soon finds that it is the Kree that are the enemy, given their reputation in the MCU. We also see the return of some old faces, including Nick Fury and Ronan the Accuser from Guardians of the Galaxy. I haven't seen Ronan the Accuser since the first Guardians movie, and I thought he was great in this. I enjoyed his brief cameo in this. He wasn't he was like Thanos, Thanos before Infinity War, he just had small parts in it. That's what Ronan had in this, because the real villain was Jude Law's character. Jude Law turned out to be the villain in this, and turns out it was the Skrulls that were the good guys, and they needed refuge. They were just finding a place to live because they wanted a home to live in peace, and that's what Carol did for them in the end. Yes. My likes, let's get to them. First of all, I love Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. She was so fantastic in this. She was stunning, and her suit was visually great. She was fantastic throughout the movie, and I loved how this is the first real Marvel movie, or at least the MCU movie, to have a female lead actress in the role. And that was brilliant. I loved her character so much, and I loved her whole origin, and in the end it turns out she was human, a fighter pilot, and she got caught up in this whole Kree thing, and had her powers given to her when it exploded in this reactor thing that this doctor woman had, who was a Kree's undercover. Yeah, I liked the character of Carol Danvers and how she got her powers. I also liked Nick Fury in this. I feel like in this he was more developed as a character and fleshed out, and wasn't some secondary character that just lurks in the background and recruits people. No, I liked how he was a secondary character in this, and, well, not a secondary character, a supporting lead in this. And, I just loved how brilliant he was, how laid back he was, how cool he was. Yeah, I loved how they developed Samuel Jackson's character in this, and how he lost his eye, which was to Goose, the cat that was an alien that hit the Tesseract. Yes, we had the return of the Tesseract. I wondered, how did it get from the Arctic Sea, from Howard Stark, to Earth's orbit on a lab? I don't want to tell too much about this, but this is a spoiler review. I like the characters. I like the visuals in this, And I like that we got the return of Clark Gregg in this as Agent Coulson, which I haven't seen in an MCU movie since the Avengers, because he's been busy on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as a lead character. I liked how this also tied in with Infinity War in the mid-credits scene. Yes, we get our usual mid-credits scene where the remaining Avengers are trying to work out what this thing is. Who did Nick Fury send the distress call out to in the post-credit scene of Avengers Infinity War? And did Carol Danvers get it? Yes, she did, because she appears with the Avengers saying, "Where's Fury?" So we know that she survived the snap. And then there is a post-credit scene where Goose coughs out the Tesseract, and we find out that, so he kept it for safekeeping. Yeah, I liked that. I liked this movie. It was just visually amazing, and I loved how Brie Larson kicked ass in this, and how it was, and I loved that we got a female lead in an MCU movie for once. And I liked the 90s in it. It was set in the 90s, so we got a lot of 90s memorabilia referenced in this, including slow computers, pagers, which, of course, was modified for Nick Fury. Do excuse me, it's this voice I keep speaking in, because it's a secret alias. Yes. My true identity will be unknown to you. I also liked that we got like an old Game Boy referenced, how we got Blockbuster referenced in this. And I loved the 90s soundtrack it had, a great 90s soundtrack for this movie. And I thought it was a fun movie to watch, because it was very reminiscent for me, the 90s, because I grew up as a kid in the 90s. So yeah, it was a great film, and I enjoyed every single second of it. It was a 2-hour movie, and did not feel like 2 hours. And I thought the cinematography was good, the effects were good, everything about this movie was good. I have one little error, which is that is the confusing opening scene. It being a tiny little slow, but picks up quickly. But then the confusing scenes with the flashbacks and that. But do not worry, it ties in and makes sense in the end, so do not worry about that. I promise you that it will all make sense in the end. So yes, Captain Marvel. Let's just get to my final thoughts and ratings now. So Captain Marvel was directed great, shot great, cinematography great, everything brilliant about this movie. So with all that being said, I am giving, like I gave in my spoiler-free review, I'm giving Captain Marvel 5 Batarangs out of 5. So, that has been my movie review on Captain Marvel, my spoiler review, and yeah, have you seen it? If you have, well, I'm sure you have if you're watching the spoiler review. Let me know what you thought to it down in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And to hit that notification bell so you can stay notified every time a new video is uploaded on this channel. So yeah, next MCU movie will be Avengers Endgame. And I look forward to that, because this has got me pumped for it. I'm ready now. Let's bring it on. So yes, excuse me, burping there. Yeah, all my social media links are down below in the description. So, until next time, Bat Nerd out.